hats off. Come on, let's give him some encouragement.
The road is fairly straight at the moment, but the finish will be more technical. You're going to have to take the right trajectory. We're coming to the intermediate time check. We'll see if you're on schedule. The next bend is to the right, and then it's the second intermediate time check. Whoa! 2 kilometers left. One right bend, and it will be the last kilometer. Come on! Final kilometer! It's almost over! Go! Go! Come on! Final stretch! Give it all you've got left!
We could have hoped for a better start, but it doesn't matter. We'll have other chances.
The riders will soon be onto a short climb that counts towards the best climber classification. It should allow the baroudeurs to go on the offensive and launch the day's breakaway. One and a half minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. The time gap with the head of the race is stable. The time gap between the peloton and the breakaway is decreasing.
Well, on flat stages, that's not where you see the most drama. You can accelerate forward if you think that nothing important will happen. You must constantly try to shelter from the wind, so as not to consume energy. This is what allows a rider to edge clear at the end of the race.
The rider who wins the intermediate sprint will score 20 points. The 17 points, while the third will pick up 15.
Winner of the intermediate sprint. He's got his teammates riding because he's a danger to the overall standing. longer.
Time difference between the peloton and the breakaway is steady.
The gap is increasing. We don't need to ride for now. There's nobody dangerous for us in the breakaway.
The breakaway is losing ground.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
The race is about to enter a more rugged portion, with a sequence of 3 short climbs. Last time check with the breakaway, 1 minute.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
30 seconds lead for the head of the race. The day's final categorized difficulty is approaching. Once again, there will be 1 point to be gleaned for the polka dot jersey. There are 15 kilometers left, and given the lead held by the breakaway, victory will sealed in that sprint through the streets of Liège.
Watch out, lad. It's an urban finish, and there are a few bends. Stay up front.
Okay, I'm coming to protect you.
Only 5 kilometers left for the head of the race.
5 kilometers for the breakaway. It'll be tight for the stage victory.
Bunched peloton. After the next bend, it will be the final straight. The sprint will soon be launched. The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race.
Last kilometer. You've got to sprint.
Performance today. Getting into the top 5 of this stage is a good result.
Classics that awaits the riders today. With climbs up the Côte de la Redoute and the Col de Rosier, plus a final circuit that comprises a succession of short, steep hills, The punchers will undoubtedly have big ambitions for today. 1 minute for the breakaway. It's looking good.
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go.
There will be 2 points and 1 point to be gleaned for the polka dot jersey classification.
Riders are already being dropped at the back of the peloton. It won't be a great day for them. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
30 seconds lead for the head of the race.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
Breakaway over. Contrary to Liège-Bastogne-Liège, where they only tackled the first kilometre, today the riders will climb the Côte de Stocker in its entirety.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb. We'll have to do our utmost to score points if we don't want to fall behind on the climber standings.
There will be 5 points for the first to the top.
It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distant. You have 30 seconds on the peloton. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good. Still have 2 kilometers before reaching the climb.
Another short climb for the front of the race. Wayne Ranval. 1.5 kilometers at 9.4%. The riders will then drop down towards the finishing line.
Teammates are managing the time gap to allow you no more of a lead. Probably with their eye on the overall standings. The sprinters are approaching, and we must take maximum points if we want to stay in the race for the points class.
The intermediate sprint is coming up, and it will be adjudicated on the finishing line in Trapon. After that, There will be 2 loops of 24 kilometers to cover.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb.
The riders will soon be entering the circuit. They will again tackle the combination of Stocko and Wayne Randall climbs.
You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit. He's been dropped. The stage is too much for him. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. You were first over the top of the climb. That's good.
We're 15 kilometers from the finish, and it looks like the Baroudeurs' gamble paid off today. With a deficit of over 2 minutes, the peloton seems beaten. The peloton noses down towards the finishing line to go on to the last circuit. It's the last lap. There's a bit less than 25 kilometers left to ride to the head of the race. The final Tiers de Coup Stocko Wayne Randall triptych has begun. At the top of the last climb, we should have a clear idea as to the eventual winner. We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb. We'll have to do our utmost to score points if we don't want to fall behind on the climber standing. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. Okay, give me time to move up a bit. I'm not well placed. Still have 2 kilometers before reaching the climb.
Allez, plus vite, plus vite. Vas-y, 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 vas-y. Vas-y, oui, oui.
We're provisional leaders. Come on, keep at it.
We're 15 kilometers from the finish, and it looks like the Baroudeurs' gamble paid off today. With a deficit of over 2 minutes, the peloton seems beaten.
His team is after you because he's surely aiming for the stage win. Go do your utmost. He's asked his teammates to chase you down because you're dangerous for the overall standings. You're going to have to try and hold out. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
Last climb of the Côte de Wayne Randall for the lead rider. At the top, there will be less than 10 kilometers to go.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Allez, vas-y, continue, continue.
The peloton is 1 minute away. The leading rider noses down towards the finish. He'll have to keep pushing right to the line. The chasers are less than 30 seconds behind.
The peloton is 1 minute 30 behind you.
Only 5 kilometers left for the head of the race. Watch out, he's going on the attack. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out. Attack at the head of the peloton. It isn't the moment to stare at each other.
You're over-revving. Reduce the tempo or you'll pay the price.
Last kilometer.
Last kilometer. It's good. You can start to enjoy. You almost look out of strength.
Performance. You beat all the favorites. We take the polka dot jersey. Great work, guys.
To finally fight it out for victory in France, in the town of Longwy. The early part of the stage is conducive to a breakaway with 2 short climbs, classified 4th and 3rd categories, one after the other. The first climb of the day is classified as 4th category. There will be 1 point that goes towards the mountain standings. It's a 3rd category climb that now waits the riders. 2 points will be awarded to the first rider to the top. Time gap stabilized.
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go. The gap is widening. No need to panic, guys. There's nobody dangerous for the overall standings. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. There will be 1 point to be had towards the polka dot jersey at the top of the next climb.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily.
The next King of the Mountain summit is ranked as a 3rd category. Only the first 2 riders over the top will score points towards the best climber classification.
The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end. The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton. The intermediate sprint is nearing for the men at the front. The first man across will glean 20 extra points towards the points classification.
The breakaway is 3 kilometers.
Here we go, here we go!
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
Last time checked with the breakaway, 1 minute. The race is now entering its final chapter. There are less than 20 kilometers to go for those at the head of the race. Only 10 kilometers left. We're 15 kilometers from the finish. And it looks like the Baroudeurs' gamble paid off. Today, with a deficit of over 2 minutes, the peloton seems beaten. With the technical descent placed just before the finishing climb, any hope of victory today lies with being up front. There will be no interlude that would allow a change of position.
Okay, we'll consume a feed.
"30 seconds lead for the head of the race. It's the start of the descent for the breakaway.
Your opponents are upping the pace to hold off the peloton.
Counter-attack at the front of the peloton.
Keep pushing!
The man at the front begins the climb to the finish. If he doesn't crack up on this climb, victory is his.
There's movement behind.
Watch out, he's going on the attack. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out. The red pennant is in sight for the front of the race.
He's been dropped. The stage is too much for him. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer.
Of victory were virtually nil. This is an outstanding performance. You beat all the favorites. We retain the polka dot jersey. Well done, guys.
On. From the start, the riders will be on to the only classified climb of the day. The summit is set at the top of the citadel of Namur, and the first rider to reach it will earn 1 point. We're 15 kilometers from the finish, and it looks like the Baroudeurs' gamble paid off today. With a deficit of over 2 minutes, the peloton seems beaten.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The race is approaching the first cobbled sector of the day, 1,800 meters long. It's too far from the finish and too far away from other sectors to go on the attack. It's a sort of a warm-up for what's to come.
The peloton doesn't seem to want to let the lead group get away. Some teams must think that there are too many people up front.
The breakaway is 10 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. 5 kilometers before the intermediate sprint. It will be contested on a rising fall straight. Be careful not to launch the sprint too soon. The breakaway is losing ground.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
The riders will soon turn right and begin a new sector, 1,600 meters long. Slightly rising at the start, the next sector will come only 3 kilometers after the end of this one.
The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The lead group is entering the longest sector of this stage, 3,700 meters from Viesli to Kievi.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
A little less than 20 kilometers and another cobbled sector for the race lead. Only 10 kilometers before the finish. 30 seconds lead for the head of the race. Watch out, he's trying to catch up the sprinters.
Five more kilometers. Get ready to sprint. We need to score points for the green jersey.
He's accelerating. There's movement at the head of the peloton.
Is an outstanding performance. You beat all the favorites. We finish with the green jersey and the polka dot jersey. It's really pleasing, guys. This is a very good performance.